Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 55. We're playing as Kaiser Ulrich II of the Holy Roman Empire. He is the son of Kaiser Ludolf, who was the son of Kaiser Ulrich I, and so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto, our starting character. We're currently involved in 3 wars, none of which we give a shit about. The first one is the Hungarian War for Chief Imre's claim on Crimea. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, here, don't care. Wonderful. Arpad's Revolt for Hungary. Don't care, I actually want Arpad to win. And he currently is, so that's good. And the Second Byzantine Beneventian de jure war over Benevento. Don't care. We're in all of those as allies. What I do care about is a little war up here for Slesvig. And I'm going to just pull my Chancellor out of there. So you can pull them out just by clicking on the one which they're already doing. And I'm probably going to put him into Finn, to be quite honest. Yeah, I could either put him into Finn, or we could start working on Italy. We need to kill this guy's sons slash other heirs, etc. before we can actually make too much of a press in there. But you know what we could do? We could try that. Let's see, we're going to need a lot of boats to take Venice. We have 24 boats, so that's 2,400 men at a time. It's doable, it's ugly, very ugly, and we'd want to make split-second timing with our dickish moving in and out thing, making this sound more and more like sex as we go, but it's doable. It's just very awkward. Additionally, it would give the Byzantine a reason to come at us because, you know, Venice is actually part of the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, so we could expand up further into Denmark. We've got reasons for war against all of this section here. I don't care too much about down here. So let's send our guy to start making claims on some of these Italian provinces. The benefit of that, as well as, you know, getting us more land, is that it'll get us more boats, because they're all port cities, and they should all be fairly developed, I've got to say. Yeah, see, they've got a shipyard, they've got a shipyard, they've got a shipyard, all good. Now, I have noticed that we haven't actually assigned our spy master to doing anything. So let's have a look at some technology. Zoom out a little bit. Light infantry, the best place for it is Doralian. Heavy infantry, the best place for it is our place. Cavalry, we're looking at either Achia or Thessalonica, or Thessalonike, or Constantinople. Siege equipment, Constantinople. Shipbuilding, don't really care too much, but anywhere is basically better than ours. And military organization, we're the best in the world. Hands down. Castle infrastructure, anywhere in this sort of Anatolia region. And Constantinople. And Rome. Yeah. That's interesting. Is Rome any good at anything else? Little bit of shipbuilding, but whatever. Town infrastructure, Doralion and Thessalonica are showing up. Church, Achia, and what's this, Rhegion, Alexandria as well. Improved keeps, Constantinople. I think we're equal though. Let's have a look at castle infrastructure on that. Yeah, we're probably equal on castle infrastructure as well. Trade practices, really don't care. Construction, Constantinople. Noble customs, we're probably ahead on that, but Laodica, Constantinople, and Tobruk. Popular customs, Durillian. Religious customs, Tarsus and Constantinople. Majesty, we're ahead on that. Tolerance, these two places, Strymon and Tenovo, and legalism, we're ahead on that. I'm thinking we send somebody to... We'll send it to send him to Durillian. To zoom in to make sure we get the right place. Study tech. Go. How are we doing? Okay, so improving on light infantry and shipbuilding. Alright. We're improving town infrastructure and trade practices, as well as popular customs and religious customs. That's alright. We might think about shifting him to Constantinople when we can, just to see what the change is. So, 8th of May next year. Cool. Let's just continue this war then. Now, we are going to come up there and attack that army, because he's got enough ships here to load them onto to sail wherever. So I'm kind of hoping... Nope, he's already put them off. Moving troops onto ships that are docked is an instant action. And then I have to wait for him to move them somewhere. It's alright. I'll just besiege his place while we wait. He'll rock up somewhere and be utterly unable to do anything, so, you know, it'll be kind of funny for us. He's called in some people, the Polish revolt guy, and the High Chief of Lithuania. I'm not overly concerned. Some other dude. This is really more of a police action than some sort of war, I would say. Rana is under siege. That's where he's moved his troops to. Oh well, good on him. He's progressing at 4.4. I think I'm progressing at 6.5. Lovely. So we'll take this place and then go over and maybe kick his teeth in and then come back and complete the sieges. Sounds good to me. I'm getting a lot of messages about something. Yeah. The Tyrol revolt has ended, so there's a lot of stuff just to do with people shifting junk around. I really wish we would stop being depressed. I mean, I understand it's not something that you just stop, but, you know, come on. Steward is collecting taxes, that's good. He's researching military tech. Now, is that still a thing that we want? So, we're getting light infantry and shipbuilding out of that. You know, we're going to take him off that, because he's only somewhat improving light infantry. So we're going to set him to training the troops in Oberbayern. Now that should dramatically increase our levy sizes. Like, stupidly, he says. Call to arms from a Byzantine. Nope, that's the Aquitanian. This would cost us 0 prestige if we were to turn it down. Why is that? It is Albert of Aquitanian revolts war for Aquitaine. Because we are actually allied to Albert. Because he is a Ludolfinger. Now, is he the guy who's going to become king in that case? I think it is. Does he have a claim on the place? No. So what's the go? I'm going to decline this. 2 reasons. 1, it costs us nothing. 2, Albert is a Ludolfinger. So we're going to lose the King of Aquitaine as an ally, I believe. Or he's going to hate us. And we're going to, well, join in on Albert's side. And you can see here, if Albert wins, he gets 100 prestige. The King of Aquitaine goes to medium crown authority. I have no idea what it's at this stage. The king is imprisoned by Albert, and Albert gains the Kingdom of Aquitaine. It's a fairly sizable revolt. It's basically Toulouse and, I think, Toulouse and some other stuff. It's basically Toulouse. Not the most fortuitous name of the place. And of course, if Albert loses, then he loses a bunch of prestige and the king gets some. And the war will end if this guy dies. So, let's offer to join his war. We're still going to finish our war first. Obviously. There we go. And now we'll get sight on everything down here. He's got a fair army. There's a peasant revolt in Auvergne. That'll be a pain in the ass for the Aquitanian king. Something happened in Rugard. Is that one I'm besieging up here? No, it's Slysvig. This is Rugard here, so that's good for us. Besiegers died. Some of them. Franz Welf seeks to kill Adolf Welf. Stop that. A bunch of factions disbanded. There is only one faction left. The one which wants my heir, my brother, my little bro, to be, well, Holy Roman Emperor right now. That's not going to happen. I really wish this would happen. Seriously, is there anything we can do to speed along a little bit? A Mayor of Aachen. 37. Worth it. So we're just trying to increase the plot power to actually get something to happen with this, because I'm sick of having this plot sit here doing nothing. Occupying my slot. Count Walram here is trying to kill this guy. Why? I have no idea why. Whereas Rakissa wants to kill Count Walram. Does Count Walram like me? Yes, so you should stop your batshittery. Everything else here is fine. Wonderful. Excuse me. Bunch of counts died or something. Or a count died and split his realm. It's fine, it's fine. We should still have a truce with Burgundy, I think. Yeah. Until the year 1000, so 8 years. Wow. The Duke with the Danish king... Oh, sorry, the Duke. The truce with the Danish king ends in 2 years. So that's something to be aware of, though I don't think we have any... Yeah, we don't have any Casus Belli with him anyway. Whatever. Actually not sure if we want to just come down here and beat these guys up. We probably have the ability to just slam through these sieges. Factions formed. 2% men, it's fine. Really not a problem. We haven't really had too much in the way of internal strife, which is good. The Mayor of Aachen told everybody that we're planning to kill that kid. Guy. He's not a kid anymore. He despises us. Look at that. Minus 800 for attempted murder. Deal with it. Deal with it. Let's try and hire this guy on as well. 20 gold. Yep, let's do it. Done. A little bit of morale loss in regard. This is a pain in the ass. Okay, so luckily this isn't to do with our actual war. This is the one that we're involved in for our ally. Mobs of opportunists and loyal veterans have flocked to the banner of King Bohemond of Aquitaine in Auvergne to fight against us. What next? Women and children? So luckily the army size isn't too big. It shouldn't give him too much in the way of problems, because it's also just a central column. But that event, I can't believe it actually fired for a king and not a rebel. That event is probably one of the greatest sources of rage, I think, in the community. Because it's like, you go to war with some guy, and he's all, "Oh, yeah, I don't have enough troops to contest you." But then all of a sudden he's actually lost that, I think. What have I done there? Hit a wrong button. My daughter here, Princess Gerberga, is now of age. She is a mastermind theologian. Lovely. Yeah, he's actually lost that fight. And he had no chance to get out of that. And that's actually the Low Phrygian, so whatever. Wow. I'm suddenly less annoyed than I was. That's cool. But the problem is that that just spawned on some guy's army. So, you know, he didn't have a chance to do anything about, you know, avoiding the fight or anything like that. We're going to go down and kick these guys in. They're probably... No, they've stopped that siege, so cool. What the hell are they doing? The AI somehow knows that I am moving towards them. They could probably see me moving out of their province and assumed, you know, the way that AI assumes by seeing what you're going to do, the direction that I was moving. But that's alright, we'll still catch them and we won't have this annoying straight penalty to deal with. 11th, and we'll get there on the 7th, so we've taken it. And maybe we'll capture the king, and so we can go and help out Aquitaine a little bit faster. My uncle asked me for a fief of his own. He's still not ready. There's the king of Gironde. He's only a petty king, so he's technically just a duke. But whatever. Capture him. Nope. Just war score, prestige, and a little bit of military tech. It's coming along quite nice. I think we're aiming for heavy infantry next, or siege equipment. Probably heavy infantry. And improved keeps was the next one in economy, and I don't know was the next one in culture. Maybe legalism. It'd get us another point of dement size and reduce that whole short reign penalty. Alright, so we've pretty much beaten this guy, I would have to say, but he, you know, won't accept the loss. Anyway, there have been times with that rebellion event, like, I knew that there was going to be a factional rebellion in one of my games in Italy, so I sent my, you know, 25,000 man retinue down there to sit on the faction leader's province, so in the event that he rebelled, I'd be right there besieging him. Lo and behold, 40,000 man rebel stack popped up out of nowhere. Wiped my retinue out, and you can see how long it's taken us to get 8,500 men and how much it's cost us. Yeah, 25,000. I'm pretty sure I save scummed. Like, it was a while ago, so I kind of forget, but I'm pretty sure I save scummed that. And I don't think anybody could blame me. And if you do, well, get fucked. I did it. It's in the past. There's still a little bit of a army bumming around down here. 27 men, though. Let's see if we can raise a bit of a police action. Lubeck? 194 troops. And we'll head them up with my cousin Ulrich. So we do want these guys to wait a bit so that their morale recovers. You can see here they get 14% back a week. Now the Basilius won his little war, that's cool. So he should own another little bit of Italy, I think. Yes, he's owning up to there. Good on him. Good on him. Is that part of his de jure stuff? Yeah. So he stops at about that line. We're probably not going to stop at that line. Anyway, my 200 men here when they get the morale back, should quite easily take out the king's 27 men. He's really just hanging around with a couple of bros outside the, castle of Mecklenburg. Just chilling. Just being all like, oh, hey, so, what did you get up to on the weekend? And all that sort of stuff. Godzello here, my kinsman, needs an education. We're going to educate him in military matters. So my son is going to educate him. Lovely. Alright, I think we're good enough. Let's head on over. We should win this fairly handily. It's only the, petty king in charge of his men. Money from our steward. Very good. Yeah, he is split up into different flanks, but, well, we have the numbers to make up for that. Yeah. And we're going to chase them down, hilariously. It's 9 guys running absolutely terrified from about 100 coming over the hills at them. We're close to being able to afford, say, the next levy or barracks. I think we're going to go for the levy in Andex. Just checking on something. There is a spare holding spot in Oberbayern that we could use. Yep, wonderful. And we put these men down. That'll get rid of that levy penalty, which has just popped up. Oh, and Jylland is also being attacked by Bagseg here, of Bagseg's host. That's alright. We'll just take what we want and be gone. Mainly because I do want to help out my ally down here. He's got enough men, I feel, to win it by himself. But it's always better to, always better to be sure of things. And Aquitaine, honestly, isn't that far away. Bishop Radolf here, who is not a direct vassal of mine, so that's fine. We think he's a heretic, so of course he is a heretic. And a daughter was born to my cousin and Princess Eotica, named Beatrix. Excellent. And we have captured this woman here. She's definitely not important, so we're just going to get 14 gold for her. While we go and take the bishopric in the city. And we're going to speed those ones along. You're usually fairly safe speeding church and town holdings. Good. Our marshal is doing excellent work in Oberbayern. And there we go. That's all of that. This guy should give in. And he will. He has lost the war. 14 days he'll tell us that he's lost the war, so we're just going to send our fellows down to Aquitaine. Luckily, we're going to send them to Luxembourg because it's a really easy part of Aquitaine to deal with. We don't need to back up Albert down here in terms of military, like in terms of army strength, because he can take out this army if he chooses to. He's got enough dudes. So we're just going to help him advance the war score a little bit by attacking an Aquitanian holding. And any moment now. He's offering us peace, but we've already sent him a message. So we're just going to wait for the message to fire. There it goes. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We now own Slesvig. I kind of want to offload it. Like, I do kind of want to offload it. Pretty badly, honestly. I mean, it's not a problem for our demesnes. And it is giving us a look at Denmark's laws. So Denmark is currently Gavelkind still. Medium crown authority, papal investiture. It's fine. Still trying to get this damned law through, guys. Seriously. Why don't you like me? Oh, because you think I'm dishonourable. Ah, because you're a Carling. And I've been trying to murder a Carling. Wonderful. We're going to hold on to this province for a bit until one of our sons, perhaps... Well, our sons already... We've got one son and one dead guy. Until somebody asks us for a holding. Wasn't there that guy who kept on asking us for a holding? My uncle? I forget what his name was. But I'm pretty sure there was a... Looking at vassals. See, wrong place entirely. One of our guys, I think his name started with a G. Was it Galindo? I don't think it was Galindo. No, it was Galindo Diaz, but he's Basque, not German, so he doesn't get anything. Amusingly, if you want to play as a more egalitarian society, so, you know, going for absolute cognatic succession, which is women and the gender of your heirs doesn't matter for the purposes of succession, just the ages and all that sort of stuff. If you're Basque, you can do that. If you've got that particular culture group. So that's kind of what you want to do if you want to go for that egalitarian thing. The Basques are down here in northern Iberia, southern France. It's a very limited area. And apart from that, you want to kind of, if you want to go for something that doesn't make you geographically restricted, you can go for having the Kafar religion, which is a heresy. And you just got to kind of hope that that pops up and you can convert to it. Or the Massalian, which I don't even know what that is. Alright, so we've got a siege going on here. Lovely. My wife is pregnant. Excellent. And we're hoping that they also get the genius trait and that it's a son. And that, you know, he grows up before we die so that we can select him as our heir instead of Prince Welfare. Yeah, so the Hungarian is losing both of the wars that he's involved in. That's fine, that's what we wanted to do. Okay. The Serene Doge, much peace, many calms, of Venice, is offering a marriage between this fellow, Lealdo Monferrato, and this lady, who is lowborn, a bastard. I believe she was one of Ulrich I's lovers, yep. She has no claims, nothing like that, and he'll give us $200 for doing it. Done! And she gets a nice little tiara out of it. Awesome. And this guy wants to kill a lot of... This woman wants to kill a lot of fingers so she can stop that right the fuck now. Thank you. Now that's given us a lot of money. Too much to hold on to, in fact, so we're going to get the keep in Andex. And... training grounds in Wittelsbach? Or something in Nuremberg. Castle Town in Nuremberg. It's left us a little bit out of pocket, but we'll get a lot of that back. We have a massive income, to be quite honest. It's amazing. Very happy with it. We have a claim that we could press on the Kingdom of Aquitaine, but we're already technically at war with them. And we can press it for Walram Ludolfinger, but we can't because we're still at war. We have the Jarldom of Nordragia, which I don't care about, the County of Padua, which is a Lotharingian thing, and the County of Breffni, which I don't care about. As you can see, the Burgundian War ended in favour of the King of Lotharingia, so that's kind of a negative thing. Yeah, and they've had enough children that we could murder our way through the line, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here, but it's not really a guaranteed sort of thing. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I'd really wish that murder plot would get underway. Though, Lefringia is under Gavelkind. Hold up. Let me get to this properly. Lefringia is Gavelkind. Italy is Gavelkind. And Burgundy is also Gavelkind. But they're all going to go to Carlings who are brothers of each other, so they'll still be allied. They'll just be different realms. It still helps us split them up a little bit. So, you know, it's not a bad thing by any means. It's not great. Preferably they wouldn't be going to Carlings. I mean, you know. You tell you what, everybody likes this Pope, don't they? He likes me too, so I'm fine with that. We are losing a bit of money because of it, though. I mean, losing a bit of... It's an opportunity cost thing. We're not technically getting any expenses from it, but we're losing the opportunity to gain money. And that's an economics thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that our man in Aquitaine has won. And we're just kind of helping him along. And after that, we'll head back over here and start, you know, beating pagans up. I don't think any of our, truces are running out too soon. There's Denmark, of course, but we don't have any casus belli against Denmark. And I sent my Chancellor down here to Lotharingia/Italy. And yeah, it really is Lotharingia now that we have to deal with, because they're right next to us. Let's just have a look at them. So they have 13,000 men, and they can probably still call in West Francia. Yep. 56, and these probably negatives. Yep, -3. Ah, excellent. Being around Bazenna, my lover, makes me feel calm and satisfied. The contentedness of her is contagious, and all the world's trouble seems to be less frightening. Let me stay here, which is, I lose the depressed trait. And I like her a little bit more. So we're going to complete that ambition. There we go. Done. And now we have the option for another ambition. This is bizarre and should not be happening. These ones should only be open to somebody who is the vassal of somebody else, and I'm quite clearly not the vassal of somebody else. But basically it's a way for your guys to say, I want to be in this position, and will be better at this position. I'm going to have to select one of these to get rid of this warning up here. I'm not actually going to do that, I'm just going to dismiss this warning, because none of those ambitions are actually applicable to me. Like, none of them are. I can't become a Chancellor, Marshal, Steward, or Spymaster of anywhere, because I'm a goddamn Kaiser. This guy wants to kill the Duke of Brunswick. You can stop that right now. Thank you very much. And another faction formed, but it's pretty much, you know, only 12% men. That's fine. I wonder how well the Lotharingian likes. Yeah, he's got a lot of guys that he can call into war, but I don't want to particularly mess with. Bernard here wants to be Spymaster, but, well, he would be a terrible Spymaster. So we're going to give Mayor Wilhelm a chance. And then when he comes back and demands it, we're going to tell him to get fucked. Nice and simple. We have a claim on West Francia. For my uncle. Who is of the same... Oh my god. Really? Oh god. Okay. So. I believe that if we pressed this, West Francia would become part of the HRE. That's my belief here, and I'm getting that because we're an emperor, so we're at the top level title, and the Kingdom of West Francia is a kingdom, and therefore one step below us. Also, it says here, if Kaiser Ulrich II of the Holy Roman Empire and Prince Adalbert of the Holy Roman Empire are of the same dynasty, which we are, or if Kaiser Ulrich II of the Holy Roman Empire is de jure liege of the Kingdom of West Francia, I'm not, Prince Adalbert of the Holy Roman Empire will also become a vassal of Kaiser Ulrich II of the Holy Roman Empire. So I think that fires. My issue there is that will put us at war with the King of Denmark and the King of Low Thuringia. So, it would be a big war, no doubt. It would be bigger than any other war that we've fought yet. We would call in the Byzantine. We would call in everybody who we possibly could. So Low Thuringia has 14,000 troops. West Francia has 5,000. So it's 1,900. We could beat them on our own by raising our stuff. And if we call in the Byzantines, it puts the war basically behind us. Who else do we have as allies? We could probably call in the King of Hungary, and definitely the King of Aquitaine once we win this war. So why do we have the option for this? No, seriously, why do we have the option for this? Prince Adalbert. Why do we suddenly have this option? Okay, so it has to be a female ruler, which it isn't. A regency, which it isn't. Second or third in line to inherit, which it isn't. Or contested in a claim or succession war. Right there. He's having a rebellion. Let's see where that is. So that's down here. He's already called Low Thuringia and Denmark in on that. That's alright. Just need to check my allies again. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. Right. Whoops. You, buddy, pal. It's a claim. We can't do it. Why not? We're in revolt. What? We're not in revolt. Is it because we're in this war and this other one? Whatever, let's just see how it goes. We're going to finish these wars as quickly as we can. Try and get it done before the West Francian beats the shit out of his dude here. Who is Hamelin? I don't know who Hamelin is. He's who they declared war for. Yeah, Hamelin Carling, so that's not a good thing for us. But yeah, we're definitely going to, if we can, if we're in a position to help out, we're going to. It's too big for us to let up. I mean, it will mean it will have a king vassal, which will be irritating. But we're also going to have a king vassal when we die and give Germany to our youngest child, or our oldest child. So that's definitely something that will either press at the end of this episode or at the start of next, I feel. A diet of bread and water does not satisfy me anymore. I need something else, something delicious and filling. That's what she said. I have broken my fast with wine and quail. We've lost the temperate trait. Not great. But, you know, not a disaster or anything like that. We've got a son, Wigerick. He is not a genius. Well then, better have another one. Gotta get that genius on. I'm sitting here staring at West Francia going, next. You. Gonna get ya. Gonna get ya. Yeah, the forces, our allies' forces are doing fine. They probably didn't need our help, but it's good to, you know, help out. I'm just hoping that that's the revolt that they're talking about when they say that I can't declare war because I'm in revolt. I really hope that's the one. It should be, because we're in a revolt for someplace. We're not defending against a revolt or anything like that. So I am kind of hoping that that's what it's actually referring to. But no doubt we'll see soon when our guys win this revolt. I guess the Count of Rostock was having a bit of an issue. I really have doubts that we're ever going to pass this goddamn Crown Authority. It's really pissing me off. We won a siege. Lovely. 2 to go. 1 to go, really, because we're not at war with Lotharingia. And our money is just recovering all over the place. It's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, I really want to press that claim for West Francia. So bad. He's getting a lot more people revolting against him now, actually. He's got 2 revolts. Both of them are for other people's claims. So, that's good. I mean, he's almost won this one, so great. But this one here's just started, so that will continue to give us the option to declare war as long as at least one of those 2 is still around. Ah, my steward got wounded in Oberbayern. That's alright. Just keep doing your thing, bro. You know, you'll be fine. Really is a bit of a time game now, because while I don't want either revolt to win, I think. Let me see. You're pressing Uda's Carlings. Yeah. Looks like our steward died of that wound. That's alright. We're going to make Friedrich here steward and tell him to go collect some taxes. Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, this revolt is still going quite nicely for us. I don't believe that it will go badly for us in any way, shape or form. I'm just really concerned that the king and his allies are going to be able to beat the crap out of, well, everybody else. Before we can get in there and, you know, do our little war deck. Somebody died in our dungeons, that's alright. These the Aquitanian armies are actually getting to a point where he might have trouble fighting them if he engages them badly, like in a terrible way, sort of thing. This is good for us. The Byzantine is declaring war with Lotharingia over Bari, which is... it's one of these 2, I think. Yeah, this one here. We're going to accept that, even though we're right next to the Byzantines. Not the Byzantines, the Lotharingians. This should mean, if we declare war on West Francia, that the Lotharingians either won't join in, or if they do, the Byzantines will basically automatically come in with us. because of the opinion boost that we just got with the Byzantine. See, now we're at 100 because we've honoured the alliance so many times. It's good. We could rampage around Low Thuringia for a little bit, just, you know, kind of having fun, taking money and all that sort of stuff just from sieging places, but bugger it, you know, it's not really all that important. Winning this war down here is... There we go, that's a siege there. Oh, we're not going to get any ticking war score. The ticking war score in a revolt usually happens when you occupy the entire country, and, well, that takes forever. We could besiege the barony of Arlon, but it's not going to contribute to the war score that we're looking for, so we're going to send our men down to Auvergne. I trust that there are enough of them there to deal with whatever forces the Lotharingians have, without having to raise levies. Because I don't want to raise levies. It's the last thing I want to do. But if I come down here and these guys are still in Toulouse, let me check that. Is there a penalty attacking from Auvergne? Sure is. I think there's a penalty attacking from everywhere. Limousine. Foy? Where's Foy? Down here. Is there a penalty attacking from Carcassonne? Yep. Narbonne, there was. Rug, there was. Armagnac? Nope, nothing from Armagnac. Look at that. There's no penalty attacking to Armagnac despite this river, but there's a penalty attacking from Carcassonne. And Rug. It's bizarre. I am glad that there are still options and it tells you about them, unlike Europa Universalis where you've kind of got to guess, and most of the time you'll say, oh, that doesn't look like it's across the province. Bang, it was. Yeah, real pain in the ass. So, how are his rebellions going? Yeah, he hasn't made much progress against this one, but this one here he's done really well against. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to declare war this episode, just because of this revolution that we're involved in. We need to get it done. Another daughter was born to Ulrich. Damn, dude. Really, what do they call it? Securing that Byzantine succession, aren't you? It's great. But I would really like it if this murder plot would go ahead already. I spent too much on it. I'm pot committed. Okay, so let's let that siege just happen. We could assault it. We'd probably win, but... Okay, that's an issue. What's happened down there? Oh, well, to start with, our truce with Denmark is expiring. The Amalfi army has joined up with the Aquitaine army and are moving out. We need to stop them from doing that. We will intercept them in time. And even with the penalty for attacking across the river, we'll get it. My cousin is trying to kill me. Now, I could tell her to end the plot. But who is she exactly? Ah, she's the second... she's the cousin of the Byzantine Empire. She is in our realm, apparently. She's in Lebes, because she's married to Prince Ludolf here. We're going to tell her to... Actually, we're going to imprison her. Done. Now, we could ransom her for 110 gold, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep her there. She's already given my son a grandchild. That's all she needed to do. Now she stays in prison. That's what you get for plotting to kill me. Okay, they're actually moving out to Rogue now, and that's fine. We should get backed up in a couple of days, but we don't really need it. We've already won this. But there's our backup anyway. Lovely. We've captured this guy. He will probably not be ransomable. Oh, he is. I'm surprised by that because he's Jewish. So we'll send him back for 10 gold. And continue chasing the army into Rogue. And hopefully that'll actually end the war. I'm hoping. Man can hope. I seriously have no idea how to pronounce that name. Rugu? 894. Marguerite here blabbered, of course. So we're at 73% war score, and we're just going to head up to Auvergne. Besiege it. Get it done. This guy wants to kill somebody else who's a Littlefinger, so we can stop that right now. We're not going to have Littlefinger on Littlefinger. Except in some rare cases in the bedroom when it's okay because, you know, it's a divine thing. Okay, so what's happened here? He says, "Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I will eventually... You cannot stop me." This is the guy that we just told to stop his plot. Somebody else found out and told him to stop it before we could, or he ended it normally. This is a default "I'm not doing anything" message. So that's fine. It's a positive outcome despite him saying that we couldn't stop him. Because he was already stopped. Yeah, go figure. Okay, I think we're just going to save up a little bit more money and then buy something. That'll be nice. It'll be nice. So this guy should be running around just doing cleanup duty. And just beating up random people. He probably won't be. I know he's heading up to Adolf's army here. Then he'll wipe them out. Lubeck has been converted to the Catholic faith. Unfortunately, it was not due to our guy who we have up there, so we didn't get any benefits from it. But we can now move our guy to Holstein. And speaking of moving guys, I wanted to check our Spy Master's movement. So, currently we're progressing, let's see, 10.2, 1.7... 5.1, 8.5, 5.1, and 1.7 there. We're going to move him to Constantinople and see what changes occur. That'll tick on a couple of days. Finally, we've got an actual chance at killing this guy. The Duke of Valois is trying to poison the guy we're trying to kill. So now, we've got the same progression in light cavalry. We've got light infantry. We've got cavalry now, as well as shipbuilding. We're progressing in construction and trade practices, that's alright, and religious customs. And fairly significantly in religious customs too. And we're progressing very slowly in popular, but not because of our Spy Master. It's because one of our neighbours has that particular thing. I'm going to build the castle walls in Plauen. I'd like to basically build the castle walls as soon as they become available in various places. Just because they're cheap, they're very beneficial, and why not? So hopefully that murder goes down properly. That's a big army. The Lotharingians have quite a sizable army there. Yes, we succeeded with the plot. Unfortunately, my complicity was discovered. I'm pretty sure everybody knew already that I was, going to kill the guy. Right, so plot's over. Let's make a new plot. Alderic and Adalberto. Well, there's Alderic. 75%. What about Adalberto? Which one is Adalberto? Is he this guy's son? Yep. Why can I not kill anybody? Can't even kill the Byzantine. I'm going to try and kill Princess Eotica here. One, because we have about a 1200% chance of doing it. And two, because she is technically in the way. If we look here, you can see it goes to Eotica, then goes to a Littlefinger. This guy's going to die at some point. That's fine. He's got a -50 because we imprisoned his kid. Can we release her? She stopped her plotting. I know that. Where is she? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah. So what happens if we try and release her and all that sort of stuff? We can release her, we can execute her, we're not going to do that. Or we could ransom her for 110. She's never going to like us. She's not that good at spying though, so we'll just... we'd have to be getting the money from my son, so that's kind of weird, isn't it? Let's ransom her. And maybe it'll help this guy like us a little bit more, I don't know. We'll see. Good. And yeah, 60. It's fine. And she's never gonna like us. My son's fine with it. He's like, oh, you needed to imprison her? Yeah, no worries, guy. Absolutely no problems there, just go ahead. Go right ahead. So, the reason why I don't want to start up that assassination plot just yet is because we want the Byzantine to like us for the moment. So that when we declare war on West Francia, he'll join in. And he doesn't have a conflicting alliance or anything like that. I don't like him apparently because he's called me into war so many times. Alright, whatever. Lombardy, they're headed to Lombardy, down there. Yeah, okay, so these big armies should actually be headed down here to deal with the actual war goal for that particular fight. And yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Good. I am not concerned with them. One of my subjects has converted to the Catholic faith. Lovely. It's nice. The hell is Gran? No, right. Doesn't matter. Yeah, unfortunately, this war might not end before the end of the episode, because that is rapidly approaching. I mean, make no mistake, we've won it. Won it for our man. You know what, let's speed things up a little bit. Good, good. Let's keep speeding things up. I know, it's a horrible waste of men, but, you know, I've got a time limit here. And this one, 7 days, alright, come on. We're not getting too much occupation out of this, but it might just be enough for a surrender. I'm hoping. We might go a couple of seconds over time, or maybe a minute or something, but I'm sure you're all fine. Nothing like what we used to before I got this stopwatch. Yeah, and we're going to actually attack this barony, it's fine. Castletown got built in Nuremberg, wonderful. This one's trying to kill the Duke of Brabant. The Duke of Brabant, so this guy. You know, you can stop that. And let's go. Okay, yeah, so that's not been enough. But, of note, I believe that the King of Aquitaine no longer has any personal rulings that are unoccupied. Realms, sorry. He has Auvergne, Luxembourg, and the Barony of Domerat, which is the one we just took. So I'm content that Albert here could win this by himself at this stage. I'm still going to keep helping him though. But we're going to call it there because otherwise we will go horribly over time. So, as usual, if you have any questions or comments about the game or what I'm doing or anything like that, feel free to leave them below. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button. But in the meantime, I've been Sub, you've been yourselves, later.